here. Hey everybody, Blugoblin here. Thank you for joining me for my comic book review for this week of February 2015, excuse me. Excuse me. I apologize for being so late with this particular review. I'm just coming off the grips of a cold, and I've been sick for days, and I've missed some work. But I've had more than enough time to read some books, and I'm going to go ahead and get to some here. We got DC, then we got Marvel, and then we're going to end with something from Dynamite. Okay, we're going to go to DC first. We'll start off with Batman 66, number 19, in foggy old Gotham. And, before I get started, I want to let everybody know there may be some spoilers in some of these reviews. I kind of feel like I may have to spoil some things in order to get my opinions across. But other than that, you've been warned. But Batman 66, number 19, excuse me, Bruce and Dick are in the old part of Gotham. One of the oldest parts of Gotham. And it's been, what's the term I'm looking for? It's been infiltrated by Professor Fogg. And, yikes. Excuse me. This has everything you could ask for in a Adam West TV show and an Adam West Batman episode. It has everything. The silliness, the action, the plot convenience. Oh my God. So much plot convenience in here. It's just ridiculous, but I'm loving it. This is definitely one of the stronger issues that Jeff Parker has written for this particular series. This was actually really good. You got Fogg, using his fog to, take over, using his fog to do some mind control on citizens of Gotham. Meanwhile, he's got help from his sister, and his henchmen are actually ladies, and one of them is his own daughter, and it's his daughter and all of her friends in these kick-ass schoolgirl uniforms, and when I say kick-ass schoolgirls, I mean that very literally. But there's one thing that you got to notice about them, is that every single one of these young ladies has like a wild-on crush on Robin. And it's just really, really funny. And it's just really good stuff. It's more the same stuff that Parker is known for when it comes to writing this series, and I think he did a fantastic job with it. It was really good. Really well executed. I really felt like, it did its job when you actually feel like you were reading the script for a lost episode. This was really good. A 3.5. Excuse me again. Alright, we're moving on to Detective Comics number 39. This is the Harley Quinn variant cover. But this is the next part of Anarchy. And, oh man, this was good. This was really good to see Batman and Bullock working together, using their detective skills to deduce what's going on in the city. And I loved how they were able to figure out how Anarchy easily got control over the people of Gotham by just simply giving them masks. And then when you see what unfolds in this issue, you're like, of course, it's so fucking obvious. But it was so obvious, I missed it. And I'm like, hey, and that makes sense. This was good. This was really good. I'm not going to give too much away. Even though this has already been out for over a week now, I still don't want to give it away. But there's something Anarchy does, that he specifically does in here, that just makes you go, this could really add to the way the story's being told. Now it's like, okay, now where are we going from here? It's one of those kinds of deals, and it's really well executed. This was good. This was really good. I'm going to give it a 3.5. I mean, it was good, but it's like, oh, of course, it was so obvious. Alright. Moving on to Earth 2, number 31. No, my Earth 2 counterpart is not here today. I'm sorry. Because I don't think he wants to come around anymore based on the simple fact that he feels insulted by DC Comics. That he feels like his Earth is being exploited rather than respected. It's like, how much more money can we make off of this? It's like, he feels that his Earth should be more respected and not looked at as, you know, an endorsement deal. It's like, he as well as myself both feel like you're going down the whole if it ain't broke, fix it method with this book. This was perfectly fine by itself. You did not need a weekly series to tie into it. You didn't need it. And now that weekly series is going bye-bye, and I understand we're going to get another Earth 2 series to replace it. I'm like, what's the fucking point? What was the fucking point? Anyway, in this issue, it mostly deals with Dr. Fate. And it's the old bait and switch. The helmet finds a new master, or at least so the helmet thinks, but it goes back to the original host. You know, it's like, and the guy's like, don't, and he tells the helmet, don't ever do that again. You know, and it's just, this was just all right. To be perfectly honest, I hate to say this, but I'm seriously considering dropping this title. I mean, this is really, look, DC, I know you had a hit here, and I just think you just went way too far with this. It's like, when this series started, it was phenomenal. Then you had to have that second weekly series come in, and that's when I think the book started going downward for me. I don't care about getting an Earth 2 weekly series that's just hyping up Apocalypse or Darkseid or whatever the fuck you're doing. I don't care. You didn't give me a reason to care. It's just like, here you go. Here's another series. With Wolverines, with Marvel, at least there was build. At least there was build. There was reasoning for it. Here, it's just, we gotta make more money off Earth 2. You know, like Wolverine's not a cash cow either, but that's beside the point. This just kind of just felt, it was alright. I give it a 3. The artwork was still badass. Moving on to Green Lantern number 39. We're ending DC off with this review here. This the Harley variant. Not much to say about this particular issue. It's the Guardians. Excuse me again, I am so sorry. It's the Guardians basically telling Hal, you're doing a good job as the leader. And Hal's like, wait, what? You know, it's basically like that. And that's pretty much all this was. You know, it's like, you know, Hal and the Guardians decide that it's time for the Green Lantern Corps to get their good name back, which I agree. It is time for them to get their good name back. But it's like, okay, now what? That's honestly how I felt after reading this book. Don't get me wrong, I didn't think the book was bad. I was just like, after I read it, I just kind of personally felt like, that's it. Some decent stuff happens in here, but you know, it is what it is, and I give it a 3. DC really didn't do all that great this particular week. We're going to move on to Marvel now. Oh boy. Angela, Asgard's Assassin, number 3. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, I know I said at the beginning of the video that there's probably going to be a lot of spoilers, but not this one. Only thing I will say is Angela finds a way to kind of cloak herself from the other Asgardians who are on her tail. Especially from a certain all-seer, you know, and yeah, I think you know where I'm going with this. Plus she gets a new look. The artwork in here is incredible. We also get some good backstory telling for one particular character. But, oh man. This right here, this particular issue, with the storytelling, just the storytelling alone, just made me love it. Especially when it comes to why Angela is so protective of Sarah. I believe that's her name. But there's a backstory involving those two, and it was really good. This was a solid read. Fucking awesome stuff. I've been loving this, and I'm hoping when this whole new Secret Wars thing happens and Marvel, shakes the Etch-a-Sketch and starts over, I'm wondering what's going to happen with this book. What's going to happen with other books that they're just getting ready to get started on. It's just... But other than that, this was awesome. I'm not going to ruin anything else about it. Just pick this up for yourself and give it a read. I fucking loved it. This was great. Give it a 4. Alright. Gonna move on to the Black Vortex Alpha. Yeah, this is the beginning of the Black Vortex storyline between the Guardians of the Galaxy and the X-Men. Oh, man. What a beginning. What a beginning to this story. First of all, the artwork. I know it says Garcia does the artwork, but it kind of looks a little McGinnis-y to me. But man, there are some artistic moments in here that just almost literally shine in here. But just some great storytelling, good action. I thought this was a solid start to this storyline. And considering what we see from the Black Vortex so far in the very beginning, woo, you're off to an impressive start. I gotta see more of this shit. After what I saw in here, yeah, I'm hooked now. Where can we go from here? There's some stuff that happens to a couple of the X-Men, and there's something happens to one of the characters in here that leads on, that's on the cliffhanger of this book. Impressive. This is nice. I'd say go ahead and pick this up. I think this is well worth your $5. This was awesome. I really liked it. It gets a 4. Now, oh, okay. Now, before I go on, okay, you all know me, okay? You all know me. Those of you who do actually know me. But I'm gonna repeat myself. What is it that makes a comic book my pick of the week? What makes a comic book my pick of the week, it doesn't have to be the best written. It doesn't have to have the best artwork. What it needs to be is the book I truly enjoyed reading out of the pile of books I get that week. It could have artwork from fucking Larry Stroman. You give me good writing and good storytelling that captivates me, and if I enjoyed reading it more than anything else, that'll be my pick. So, I don't make my pick based on just writing and artwork alone. You also have to have a book that gets my attention, keeps my attention, keeps me captivated, makes me laugh, or makes me angry, or it makes me go, good, I gotta read the next issue so bad. It's got to encompass everything that I want from a comic book. And fuck it, it's my show. This is my pick, folks. You know it. Here it is. The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl number 2. This was awesome. Oh, this was awesome. This was so much fun. I honestly want to believe this is Marvel's answer to the Harley Quinn series from DC. I honestly want to believe that. This was incredibly fun. The artwork wasn't great, no, but I guess I just love that cartoony look to it and everything. And Squirrel Girl's not going against just anybody in this issue. She's getting geared up and prepared for of all the motherfuckers in the world, she's going to head up toe to toe with Galactus, folks. Yes. And in order to get ready, she needs to call in a favor from Tony Stark, from Iron Man, and it turns out there was Tony, for some reason, had a suit, an Iron Man suit specifically designed for Squirrel Girl. He even had an iron squirrel tail on the butt. Oh, man. And just the other stuff that's in here. She's like trying to crush on this boy at a club meeting or something like that. And it's just fun shit. This was awesomely great. This made me feel good when I was really low, when I was really sick, and I read this, and it lifted me up. It made me feel good, and I'm like, God damn it, I love it. That's great. You know, sometimes when a comic book makes you feel really good, when you're really fucking sick, that's what helps it. This is really good. I don't care if you hate Squirrel Girl. If you hate Squirrel Girl, that's fine. I don't care. But for me, I love her. This is fun shit. I enjoyed it. A 4. We're ending Marvel with Wolverines number 5. Charles Soule continues, the writing still continues to be solid, but I gotta say, I'm really iffy on the artwork, especially in this issue. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The artwork in this issue sucked. It looked scratchy. It kind of looked unfinished in some pages. You know, weekly series tend to be a bit rushed, but it is what it is. But in here, the team, they get into Mr. Sinister's lab. Now, how they get in there, I'm not going to spoil that. But the shit they see, that the experiments that they find in there, that what he's been doing, oh. And some of the team are kind of repulsed by it, but then some of the team are like, hey, if he can do that, he can help us. You know, it's kind of, the reactions are kind of split. And that also helps add to the storytelling in here. But then we lead up to the cliffhanger at the end of the issue with the arrival of a team of X-Men led by Storm. Primarily, I think they coined it the Amazing X-Men. Because on the last page, I'm going to go ahead and spoil it, you see Storm, Nightcrawler, and I think Colossus busting in to, interfere with Sinister's plans. This was really good. A solid read. I enjoyed it for what it was. The artwork was crap. But, like I said, writing was solid. I enjoyed it. So I'm going to be nice and give it a 3.5 as well. Now, had I not gotten Squirrel Girl this week, this would have been my pick, because I thought this was pretty damn good. Red Sonja, Vulture Circle number 2. This is shaping up to be quite an impressive storyline so far. We're only 2 issues in. I know this is a miniseries, but I gotta say, I'm pretty damn impressed with this. Here in this issue, more than we got in the first issue, we're really starting to see Sonja's age in here. She's, it's more identifiable to see her in here. She's definitely aged. She's got some grays in there, but she's still that tough, ass-kicking she-devil with a sword that we all love her to be. However, she can't fight as well as she could when she was younger, because when she gets really enraged and starts fighting in this issue, the age starts to show, with some joints locking up, some joints getting sore, sore arm, sore leg, all those injuries she sustained when she was younger. I also like the backstory on how her and her permanent lover got together and were inseparable ever since. I thought that was really nicely done. Even though it kind of takes away from Sonja's character, it's like she will never lie with a man lest he best her with a sword, kind of thing. Yeah, there is that. But the way they explained it, okay, it kind of makes sense for what it is. And I like the fact that we're on this issue. It's basically ends with a live to fight another day kind of thing. Really, really well done. Really well executed. Artwork was great. The action was badass. Storytelling was good. The drama was great. Everything about this shined really well. Was it perfect? No. But I loved it. It was great. An easy 4. Well, that's all I got for this review, everybody. I got another Midtown Comic Stash up in the works. But I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to wait till I start getting a little better before I film that. There you are. There you have it. There's my review. Hope you all enjoyed it. Sorry for it was so late. I got to get caught up on some other comics as well. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Go check out Blugoblin X. Don't forget Arkham Asylum Studio. We got something planned for that channel, but I'm not gonna give anything away. So just stay tuned to that channel. Trust me, we got something. We got something, and we just hope we can get it done. Don't forget Chris, TheMtVernonKid, Deadpoolzilla, Brandon Hex. Put a link to the channel to my wrestler friend Norman Meklikoff. He does the Nerd Wrestling Review with me on my Blugoblin X channel. I'll put the link to his channel in my description as well. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I am Groot. I'll see you later.